Alright, what's up, what's up? I'm on my fourth set, warming up here on these back extensions. I do 4 sets of 15 here, and then I'm also in between the sets getting this band, just doing a little bit of this action. I really like doing underhand grip with the same thing. Just pulling apart, and I'll even make like an X. That type of pattern. And you can also just grab the band, kind of do like I did with the pole over there. Just kind of use that to stretch. I can feel my right shoulder is definitely a lot tighter than the left one, especially since I hit chest yesterday. I hit delts pretty hard. It was crazy, all the veins that came out. Oh my gosh, I felt like a venom when the symbiote takes over. Alright, so I'll knock out last set here. And I try to kind of like consciously think about picking up with my lower back as opposed to like letting the hamstrings take over. They're still gonna burn, but just really thinking about that low back. That's what we're trying to warm up. And if you want to make it even harder, when you come up, you just have like your back tensed up to have like a good posture. Just recruiting more back muscles, all in all. But yeah, we'll start on the first exercise next. Alright, so I got 55 pounds for the weight. These are going to be single arm rows on the cables. I like to get the one that's got like the 2 separate ones as opposed to one that's just one cable attachment in the middle, just because I'd rather have my arm out here when I'm pulling as opposed to like kind of being pulled in this way. That's just preference. But yeah, this first set's just a feeler. No particular amount of reps. Just get that 2-second squeeze. Get some blood in there. I always like to try and go heavy on stuff, but I've learned with this exercise it's just better. Just go a little bit lighter. And especially with the amount of reps Coach Clay wants me doing, we're doing like 12 to 15 reps with 2-second holds. So obviously you're not going to want to try and max out here. And then also just it's easy to hurt your lower back because you can twist a certain way. I think Coach Clay actually did end up hurting his back once from this exercise or one like it. Forgot to do my 2-second hold. But back day is my absolute favorite day, which is kind of ironic because back is a weak point for me. But I don't know what it is about it. I just love it. I don't know if it's getting the blood pumping in your back muscles and it just makes your spine feel stronger. You stand up a little bit taller. I don't know, but that's something I really want to bring up, just really my entire backside in this upcoming off season. But yeah, next, I think I'll keep it at 55 actually, and get 12 to 15. So I'm gonna lock in. No holds here, just control the weight. think that was about 15. I'm so bad about counting. All right, I increased the weight to 70 pounds. No holds this set, 12 to 15. The next one, we're gonna have holds. Might go back down. I said 12 to 15. I meant 10 to 12. Prep brain. If you notice, I kind of like, I'm over him when I come down. I kind of twist my palm up. I don't know if that's any better, but it just feels like the right thing to do. I was going to drop the weight for the 2-second holds. Same amount of reps, 10 to 12. I think I'm going to keep it the same and just try to really challenge myself. To Mississippi. And this arm was tired. So After that, I'll just rest a second so I can squeeze out a few more reps. I think I know exactly why it's tired. Because when you're posting up, you're flexing this tricep and this lat, even though you're not flexing it that hard whenever you're doing one arm. So this one's posted up first for this side. By the time I get to this arm to train it, it's more tired. On to the next thing. Check out the snow. And you got this super cool door that opens up. Probably get some sick pictures with this daylight coming in. Alright, so starting off here with a lat pull down. You could do either a high row or a lat pull down. But I normally just do lat pull down because it's, I don't know, easier to find. So anyway, yeah. First set, just kind of a filler. You want to choose a weight that's not going to like overwork your forearm tie-ins. You're just kind of repping out like 20 reps real quick. So I put a quarter on each side. Just get your breathing down. Just knock them out. No specific tempo. Keep your chest up. And this next set is the, I'd say the toughest one. So it's just 10 reps, but you're coming down and you're squeezing for 2 seconds, like holding it, and then you let it up at a 5-second tempo. Do another one. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, so on and so forth. I have to put in the Mississippi in there because I'll count my seconds too fast. I'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 2 seconds, maybe 1.5. So yeah, that's on the menu next. I think I'll try a plate. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I think I will. I'll just fuck around and find out. Okay. I don't know if that was 10. I hope it was. Alright, 10 to 12, 2-second holds. I feel like a cramp. I gotta be careful with that right now. I'm not as hydrated as I would like to be. Normally, I would just like push through that, but I'm not trying to mess myself up. It's like I've noticed with posing when I'm hitting my side relax here on the right hand side, it's like this hand is covering this glute as opposed to when I come over to the left side, I can clear everything just fine. Coming over here, now that I'm posing for like 40 minutes to an hour a day, running through mandatories, I'm getting a lot of like just tightness here in this lat because I'm having to work extra hard to clear that. I know you can technically kind of cover your glute, but I don't want to cover my glute because they're starting to come in. So anyway, I just need to work on the mobility. This shoulder has always been really bad about slumping forward, and I can tell in just how my chest has developed. The left side has better posture, everything's more balanced, and even though it's my smaller side, everything's just more aesthetic on this side. On this side, on my right hand side, my dominant side, yes, it's bigger and bulkier, but it's pulled forward like this. So if I can do this, work on that mobility, really showcase that better side, then I'll be cooking with some grease. I don't know if y'all have heard that term before, but if you don't know what that means, it means now we're cooking. Now we're working with something good. But yeah, I'm learning the importance of mobility work. All right, same thing here with the 2-second holds. We're just doing 8 to 12 reps. I gotta stretch out this lat. Okay. And if you're not using wrist straps, I get wraps and straps confused. If you're not using straps on your back days and your goal is to build muscle and get bigger, you need to get you some straps. Okay. Damn. I'm noticing today is like as soon as I get tired, it's just that wall is very steep. Just hit it head on. Last week I could kind of rest for a second, get my strength back, do some more reps. Not today. All right, 4 sets of about 15 reps. Rear delt flies. angle here. Just because I don't want the tripod to be in anybody else's way, but already knocked out a filler set with a plate per side. Now we're doing 185, so plate and a quarter. I'm like extra lightheaded today, so I'm gonna try to get 12 to 15 reps. Just maybe pause a little bit more between each rep and catch my breath so I don't pass out. But yeah. Alright, I added a 10 per side. I notice every time I talk to y'all, I say, alright, 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 alright. I gotta find a different catchphrase.
All right, all right, all right.
I love that.
First words ever said on film.
I noticed that when I was editing. I'm like, dang, I say that a lot. Anyway, we got 2 more sets of 8 reps, 2 to 3 reps in reserve. So I added a 10 per side, which is 20 pounds added. We'll see how we feel here. That last set felt better than I expected, but I had to sit there for like 5 minutes. I just sat on the weights and just had to catch my breath because I was just so lightheaded. So the strength is there, but I don't know. I want to go heavy, but I have to have reason. It's just like one more week. This is honestly probably my last deadlift session before nationals, because I don't know if I'm gonna hit back in one of the depleted workouts leading up to show, because show day is Friday, so we'll probably stop training Tuesday. Tuesday's normally my back days, but we didn't hit back on my last show that was on a Saturday. I didn't hit a back day right before show, so honestly this is probably my last back day unless Coach Clay says otherwise. But again, I'm new to all this. This is only my second show ever, and I just did my first one like 3.5 weeks ago. So anyway, take this slow, rest a little bit, and may increase the weight, may not. The smarter thing to do would probably to keep the weight the same. But we'll find that out. 8, 2 to 3 in reserve. think that was 8. That's such a wild feeling. I feel like you're gonna pass out. Damn it. It's like crazy. I'm gonna just sit here. The strength is there. I mean, the reps feel fine, but you never probably hear me breathing. I was making sure to still breathe. Honestly, consciously focusing more on making sure I'm breathing during the lift and not breathing like a powerlifter where I'm like, do a rep, exhale, do a rep, exhale, so on and so forth. I was making sure to breathe. I think in on the way down is what I was doing, and out on the way up. I don't know. But just to be safe, I think I'm going to keep the weight here. Because I'm not as hydrated as I should be. I try to get here and train early before the crowd gets here, but I got here a little later. But still, was behind on my hydration. I'm just feeling a lot of tightness, probably with all the increased posing. I don't know. I'm just feeling this right here. So anyway, I just got to remind myself, one more week. This is my last session. Let's not get hurt. And I got a whole off season to do either deadlifts or rack pulls, whatever Coach Lay plans for me. I kind of want to break from deadlifts, to be completely honest. We'll see. But on the flip side, I also really want to get my deadlift strong. Like, I want to be able to conventional pull 3 plates. I did it a few times in high school, but I want to be able to do it for reps. And deadlifts are like my kryptonite because I have short arms and all that kind of stuff. I'm just not built for deadlifts. When I was powerlifting, I was a bencher and a squatter. So, yeah, I just want to build up that strength and be able to hit a lot of reps. So, yeah, build that monster back. Just get wide. Look like a behemoth. Take up that much real estate. One more set. And then it's all downhill from here. I lost a lot of fat in my ass. So I'm just sitting on an ass bone right now. Again, in the off season, really gonna focus on glutes because I got no acetol syndrome right now. Pretty sure I said it in my glute and ham day vid. But I've never really been one of those girls that loves glute and hamstring day. Can train it like 3 times a week. That ain't me, and it ain't never been me. But it's gonna have to be if I wanna improve. So it's just like I was kind of slack in developing that mind to muscle connection, just because I'm all about upper body. I got quads working for me, but gotta have it all. So um, anytime I'm training glutes, I'm like, man, I'd rather be hitting an upper body day right now. But um, one thing y'all will see me do when I'm setting up, I have achieved incredible mind to muscle connection in my glutes on this. And that was another reason why my deadlifts always sucked in powerlifting, is because never trained glutes, never trained abs consistently. Therefore, there was a lot of weak links. So my lower back was hurting all the time. I didn't necessarily injure myself, but I just had a lot of pain that could have been avoided. But anyway, what y'all see me doing is when I'm setting up here, pushing my hips forward, because that's the exact movement you want on a deadlift. Is you're simply just using your glutes and you're just driving them forward and keep everything else tight. The bar will come up. So anyway, really get those glutes firing at the beginning, and then I pinch down for the lats, and then obviously you probably lose some of that wrapping up. I need to get like Versa grips or something just to quit wasting time. But I'm still holding that contraction in the glutes all the way down. Still holding on to it. And throughout the entire movement. So honestly, what's burning the most on deadlifts for me nowadays, see, I'm lightheaded just from doing that. Just bending over for a second. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, glutes are what burns the most on deadlifts for me now. So that'll be awesome, because maybe that means like I'll see even more improvement a lot quicker when we do add calories back in and really start seeing some muscle growth. So I'm excited. All right, 3 sets of 10 here. I like to do single arm because I can focus better. And then superset these with straight arm lat pull downs. I'm probably not gonna show that because it's kind of crowded and I don't want to be putting the tripod in people's way. I actually found a little spot where I can put y'all. I won't be in anybody's way. This little machine right here. I already did a set. Yeah, super set for pull downs with straight arm, cable, lat pull downs. Really focus on stretching, squeezing. All right, last set here. Ten good reps, or at least 8. Try and hold that contraction the entire way up. Now we got cable bicep curls. 3 sets. First set 15, second set 12. Next set 8 to 12. So try to go up a little bit heavier, but still actually working the muscle rather than just jerking some weight around. Probably could have gone a little heavier, but I actually enjoyed slowing the reps down just a little bit, getting that burn. But I don't know what these exact plates are. They go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm assuming that's just going by tens. So I'm on 4, which is probably 40 pounds. Bump it up to 6. All right, 12 reps here. And just like I did the other day in the chest day video talking about isometric holds, you do that for arms too. Just squeeze it. I don't know where I had heard it from, but when I first started getting in the gym, there were people that talked about, so you got like the bicep that shows. I got the hiccups all of a sudden. And then you got like that little muscle in there. I think is that the biceps brachii? I don't know. I'm not a biceptologist. But anyway, that little sliver that's in there that's hidden until you like shred down to reveal it, you can almost imagine like just squeezing your bicep so hard that you get that to lift up the peak. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I remember hearing that when I first got into the gym. So when you're doing your holds, just imagine like, see, you can flex hard here, but tense it up even more to where you just feel like your bicep's gonna rip off your arm. pretty graphic language, but that's just what helps me thinking about it like that. But anyway, we got one more set here. I think 4 sets on single arm. I usually do the preacher machine. I really like that one. And then just 1 set all out hammer curls, running the rack. I normally start at 35 to 30 pounds. Get about 5 to 6 reps. And keep in mind, you gotta like pace yourself because you gotta last the entire way down the rack. So yeah, I start at 30, 35 and run it down to like 10. When I get to like, if I go to the 5-pound weights, I'll be there all day. And then I think that's just counterproductive. So I usually stop it at 10. Yeah, I'll explain more when we get there. All right, bumping it up to 7, my lucky number. 8 to 12 here. Good control. Alright, that's it on these. Feel lightheaded. The lighting over here looks good. Let's get some posing. Alright, time to lock in. Alright, so the machine curls were taken, so we're just going to improvise here with these dumbbell and bench preachers. But I don't prefer these just because they're like, I don't know, it's different than a machine. We gonna do our best anyway. These are kind of hard to get the mind and muscle connection down on, just because you have to know when and where to stop. So you don't want to like come up here, because then your biceps just kind of resting. So you want to like stop here, stop here, stop here, stop here, so on and so forth. Oh, that's so weird. I'm seeing my vein when I come down. I guess that little tendon right there, there's a vein sitting on top of it. So when I get down to a certain point, it like kind of rolls over that tendon. That's kind of gross. Makes me feel weird. focus on this side because mind to muscle connection isn't as good as my right side. Damn. My AirPods died at the perfect time before the most intense set of this entire workout, probably. But we're gonna lock in anyway and get it done. Just a little breather before this last set. Feeling a good pump, so that's a good feeling. I know it would take a lot more weight, but I'm always so scared of like tearing a bicep tendon. I know I'm not lifting heavy enough to do it, but still, it's just like a paranoia of mine. Because honestly, a lot of injuries happen when you least expect it. You might be lifting super light. You might not even be in the gym. You might twist a certain way and then threw my back out. But when you're training, you're mentally primed and you like prepare for what movement you're doing. So I think that's why that happens when you're out of the gym and you try to pick up something heavy and you're not super conscious about lifting with your legs and back position and stuff like that. I don't know. You tend to kind of hurt yourself outside of the gym, which is like opposite of what people would think would happen. So okay. Alright, so I'm unsure of how I want to film this next set. I could either do it like pointing at an angle in the mirror, but then that's not going to show as good as like straight on. So I think I'm going to stick to here. And because if I shot in the mirror, then I'd be right there by the other dumbbells that I need. But then that's like getting other people in the shot. I try not to get other people in the shot. Sometimes it's unavoidable. And then also the angle just doesn't look as sick as like hitting a hammer curl here. So I think I'm gonna just leave it here, and I just walk back and forth. Need to get more steps anyway, and then that'll help me go even harder. Because I filmed these sets before, and it's like it gets up to like a 6-minute long set. So anyway, I'll probably just splice to save time. The gap of time where I'm going to be walking over there and back, so I'll just be like kind of spawning with lighter weight each time it cuts. So anyway, we'll get started. I'm going to start with either the 30s or 35s. Yeah. Starting with 30s. Go down by whatever increment you got if you're following along. Mine will be by 5. All right, 25. Okay, curl until there's nothing left. Oh, come on. Drop it one more time to the 10s. Cut down on recovery time, so I'm not doing these forever. Do these both at the same time. Good side. Okay. Let's pose while we're all pumped. Here's the other side. All right, we're gonna run through some poses.
Do you want to go more on this side?
Let's see. I think I'll actually bring it over here. My stomach's growling.
How many meals we got left to eat?
4. So I got plenty.
Oh, you know.
I'm only 2 meals in.
Oh, okay. So you got lots to eat tonight. Nice.
Yes. All right, in there. Light. Okay. Can you see like my legs okay and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Here, I'm gonna cut the exposure down on here. Hell yeah. All right. Y'all can probably see her in the mirror, but I got Abby here helping me run through some poses and get some cool pics. So we'll go through the relaxed poses first, and then the mandatories. You're fine, you're fine. Let's see. Is the lighting like hitting everything okay? Or am I like, or am I overshadowing?
Go back like that again for a second. Okay, sorry, your Christmas tree just kind of like popped like literally.
Like this?
Yeah, like here. Actually, let me just show you some photos. So like you can see like your one side just like a little bit darker. Like it still looks. I mean, my brightness is probably down a bit. See how you're just kind of shadowed a little bit on the one
Yeah,
side?
yeah. So maybe step to the right a little bit.
Yeah, maybe try something to the right. Yeah, that's better. Nice.
All right.
Dang, the obliques.
Yeah, this side's a lot better than the other side. All right, mandatories. And to explain for y'all watching, I'm doing both physique and bodybuilding. So this was mandatory for physique, and then this is bodybuilding. So I'm having to do like kind of double the poses. So this one's bodybuilding, front lat spread. Side chest. This is my bad side.
That's crazy.
Side
Your
tricep.
vein and your shoulder like comes down in the arm is crazy.
Now bodybuilding. Really sit on it. Side tricep. All right, back double by. Get those hammies, keep those hammies.
Nice.
And then for physique. Back lat spread. Can you see the Christmas tree?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Side chest for physique. This is my good side. This is where we're cooking with some grease. Side tricep.
So many poses.
I know. It's like double. All right. Side chest for bodybuilding. You said low storage.
It like keeps popping up storage full, but then it's actually taking photos. I just hope like they don't turn it blurry. I definitely got a bunch. Nice. Very vascular. And the obliques. Wild.
And then I'm meeting up with storage on your phone.
That's what it needs to be right now. I really hope that they all come through though, because they look sick.
I can't even like really see myself. I gotta take a minute. Okay, ab and thigh. I really like this one for physique.
Like, actually, let me just show you real quick. It's blurry right now, so I'm hoping like once the storage comes through,
Oh, that
like
is
you can
sick.
see like lines, but then you can also see like the abs like
That is
through.
sick.
And then I think that's when like you grabbed. But yeah, so like they're kind of blurry right now, and I think it's just because like they're like glitching.
Yeah.
But like these ones are all on wall. They're gonna take a minute to load. But
Hell
there's a
yeah.
bunch.
I appreciate you getting that for me. Because it's so much harder to like just set up a tripod. And every time I try to pose back, I'm always like, the shadow is like overshadowing the Christmas tree and stuff like that.
Yeah, the shadows are tough. That's for sure.
Okay, ab and thigh. I like this one for physique. Get the SpongeBob leg. And then what I like to do for bodybuilding, ab and thigh, start here. And come here. And then, man, I hope I get a pose down because I'm going to be like. All right, so the workout is done as far as lifting goes. Still got cardio, 45 minutes. I'm going to do the elliptical today. Check out the veins. They just chilling there. Yeah, so gonna drink my protein shake, charge my AirPods so I can make it through cardio, and I need to put some Vaseline on my lips. I'm really bad about my lips getting like super chapped, just because I lick my lips so much. That's a bad habit I need to get rid of, because I'm usually plenty hydrated, so even when I wasn't like drinking caffeine before the other show and I was like depleted and drinking enough water, it's like, or what am I trying to say? Even when I'm not drinking caffeine, which dehydrates you a little bit, and I was still drinking like a gallon of water or more per day, my lips still get dry, and then it being cold outside. So yeah, so anyway, this stuff helps a lot. Original healing jelly, helps a ton. But anyway, gonna do cardio, 10 more minutes posing, about 10-second holds, and literally just the exact same thing that I just filmed. And then, yeah, time to go home and eat my last few meals. Guys, I have a confession to make.
I've got another confession to make.
I'm addicted to mustard. This isn't even like showing at all, but I've been meaning to film this video to show y'all all these different mustards that I've been trying and telling you which ones are my favorites. Okay, so I have lined up, out of all of those that I've tried, I think this one was not in frame on the last clip. These are my top 4 favorites. I know that there's plenty more brands to try. Like, this is the Kroger generic brand, and it's just got that bold, just twang that you want out of a mustard, or at least that's what I want. These are all great. This one's a little bit more mild on the, like, that bite that it's got, but I mean, it's still, it's got flavor. Oh man, I can't pick a favorite, especially out of these 3. This one's good. You can find that at Walmart or pretty much anywhere. Kroger, obviously, and then you can probably find these anywhere too. This is good. Just the only thing about the lid is it's like, so I'll be eating, so how I do it is I have my bowl of food and I use mustard 3 times a day because this is the only condiment that I can use. You can't be using ketchup and stuff because it's got sugar and all that, but most of your calories are going to be anywhere from 0 to 5 for mustard, so it's kind of like just free calories, so to speak. It's just sodium, so if anything, it's going to help you with cramps, it's going to help you with pumps. I don't know if you've heard of when people get like leg cramps and they get like those little mustard packets and they eat the mustard and the cramps go away. Well, sodium is great for preventing cramps and stuff. So I haven't really cramped this entire prep, which then again, I'm not super peeled, so I probably will run into that, mustard or not, on down the road, but it has helped and I am still getting pretty good pumps. And then also just salting your food to taste. I always like ask Coach Clay, I'm like, what if I season my food too much, or what about too much salt, and is that going to affect anything? And he just says, like, don't worry about salt. Your body is going to tell you exactly how much you need. So wow, I'm all over the place right now, but I'll show you how I like meal prep. So salting my meals to taste are like even more important in this type of aspect. So I got my fish, beef, and chicken, and I just cook everything all at once and just keep it in a Tupperware, just so I can just take it out, put it in a bowl and weigh it and all that kind of stuff. So why salting your meals to taste could be even more important if you go ahead and pre-prep food like that, because there are some people that they just go meal by meal because they're able to stay home and then they just cook it fresh, and yes, that would taste so much better. But I am so the type of person where I already get like just mentally just into whatever I'm doing, and I just get sucked in, and I sometimes forget to eat if I don't have like timers set, or it's just that thing where it's just like, oh man, I have to like get out the pan, I gotta spray it, I gotta chop up the beef and cook it, season it, and that's like time. That's like 15 to 20 minutes of my time that I could be using to edit a video or handling my social media stuff like the Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, it's just easier for me to have it like that. It may not be as fresh, but that'll last me about half a week to a week, depending on my portions. If I'm bulking, it might be half a week, and prep, that'll last maybe a little over a week. And then if I'm also like sharing food with other people in the house, it's obviously going to go quicker. But yeah, so what you do is you just heat up your food, you taste it, and if you feel like it needs more salt, add salt. So your body's going to tell you exactly how much salt you need. I love salt, and I mean, I've been checking my blood pressure. I'm like 120 over 60 or 70, so I'm okay. I love salt. Anyway, what I was saying about the lid is the way that I eat these meals. So for all of my meat and rice meals, I love to add mustard on it because it adds a little bit of moisture to the food. Oh my gosh, I had to eat without my mustard the other day, and I was eating chicken, and it was like so dry. I had to be extra careful when I was eating it because I'm like, I'm not trying to like die and choke on my food. So that just goes to show me like, this is important. And it was so weird. I had like, must have been like just a piece of chicken like just stuck, and I was just like having to clear my throat and cough like the rest of the day. And it did not matter how much water I drank, I could not wash it down. Anyway, I'm so all over the place. Oh, love this mustard flavor, but I keep it like this whenever I'm eating my rice and meat. And what I do is I got my bowl. Once I eat like a drizzle, once I eat the layer of that, I'll open this up and drizzle another layer, eat that layer. When that's gone, like, so there's literally gonna be like hella mustard on each bite. But the only thing is it's like, it just kind of shoots out a little too easily, so it can get a little messy. So, but as opposed to this one wasn't too bad, honestly, but something like this, it's got more of that like precision nozzle on it. This is so dope. I'm like, but it's an honest review. It's an honest review, and it's all of these little details that makes a difference. So tasty, but the lid's kind of weird on it. This is amazing. So I have to say these two are my favorites. I'm kind of, I don't know though. They're both so good. I don't know. It's between these two, and maybe on down the road I'll do like a mustard taste testing review. As for the other ones that I had out, and all of these are empty, by the way, but I've been procrastinating filming this bit right here. So now I can finally make space in the fridge and throw these away. So that'll feel nice. Anyway, these other ones that I tried, so these two are like stone ground. Oh, this is stone ground too. Okay. I don't know exactly what that means. I guess that's just the process and how it's made, but it tastes pretty damn different than the bold stuff. This is good. It's spicy. So what I'll do is, like, for my last meal of the day, my ground beef and green beans, I just add like one little twizzle, swirl, swizzle, whirl, whatever. And I'll stir it so it's got that base. Put it in the fridge, because that will get your nose running, like just that little bit, at least for me. And then I'll take one of these regular mustards and like still do my drizzle thing, because yeah, I don't want like just spicy. I want that, I'm wanting something that's just gonna shock the taste buds. It's not spicy, you know, like just gives some more flavor. And not that my meal prep doesn't taste good. I'll show you. I'll bring my chicken over here. I'll show you just how much I season my chicken and all my proteins. This is what the chicken looks like. There's literally like no whiteness on it besides the center, and that's only because I can't reach that with the seasoning. And then I'll show you what seasonings I use. Like, my meal prep does have flavor. I love it. It's salty, so good. But still, just when you're meal prepping, it's not the same as going to, like, say, a restaurant where just the flavors are just so bold and you can have cheese and all that kind of stuff. You can only make meal prep taste so good, and I love my meal prep. But again, I want something that's just gonna shock my taste buds, because like I said, you can't use any crazy sauces and stuff like that, like Chick-fil-A sauce in prep, to just really just amp up the flavor. So stuff like this is just kind of bland. I do prefer this over this one, but I still do the little trick where I mix the mustard. I was really hoping that this one would be good, but it's not. But again, it's that thing where it's like, say I maybe had it on a big old juicy burger or something like that, it'd probably be great. Or like a hot dog or something. I'm not really a hot dog person though, but just something that's got that just bold flavor already. Well, you can kind of go with a tamer sauce. Wow, that I could have just said that. Anyway, get to the point. Jesus. Yeah, these are good, but they're just not what I prefer at this very moment in prep. Excuse me. I hiccup when I drink a lot of water. As for seasonings, absolutely love turmeric, paprika. This stuff is good too. And then Coach Clay swears by this. He put me onto this when we first started working together, and it's a game changer for sure. Garlic salt, Lawry's. Just look for that emblem, and garlic salt. Trust. Creole. And I add all of this stuff like pretty generously, and I put it on every single like meat that I cook, whether it's fish, ground beef, chicken. Like you saw how dark the chicken was. I do the same exact thing to beef. You just can't really tell because it's already like that dark brown, like kind of earthy brown color. So but like these two will also give more color to the beef, so it doesn't look like gray and sad. I like my food to have some color. But only thing you don't necessarily want to be generous with on sprinkling on there is this Creole seasoning, because it can get a little bit spicy. I like a little bit of flavor, but too much, I don't want to be miserable when I'm eating my food. So yeah, this is mainly what I use, and then I'll just add regular salt if I maybe like sweated a little more, like I wore my hoodie for cardio today and I ended up sweating out more water. Well, what tasted really salty yesterday might taste kind of bland to me today, so I'm gonna add even more salt than I normally would. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop blabbering. I could keep on going, honestly, but anyway, so it is Friday, and we are officially 1 week out from nationals, and let's see, I'll be flying out Monday, so I don't think I'm gonna film any more training here in Indiana, but we're gonna be flying to Dallas Monday, and so this is probably where it'll transition to the training clip from there, or something like that. I'll figure that out as I go, but as of right now, I need to focus on just getting these last lifts in here and making sure I got everything packed up, making sure I don't forget anything, because it's your mind on prep, it's really easy to forget things. Like, I mean, I was already forgetful when I'm like fully fed, because we got all the technology and crap that they put in our food, and that's a topic for another time. So I already like walk into rooms and I'm like, wait, what was I doing? Even when I'm fed, but it's like even worse now. Like I'll literally be doing the thing that I'm trying to do, and it's like, wait, what am I doing? And then I wake up and I'm like, what day is it? But yeah, I hope you like the mustard review. I love mustard. It's like, yeah, I already said this, so it's the only condiment I can use right now on my food, and I'm thinking when I get some extra calories and we get the bulk started up, I think I'm gonna start using honey mustard, because I was looking at the calories on it. It looks like maybe only 15. So, and I'm uneducated on it, but I don't know if it's got real honey in it, but I know honey is fantastic for pumps, so especially on a pre-workout meal, that might be the shiznit. So one more thing I want to add is I am able to clear one of these in like a week. So my cost of living, there's probably a significant amount that's went towards mustard, just to pay for my existence. This is like a necessity right now. So actually, I think I do have a favorite. So these are like empty pretty much. So I kind of forgot what they tasted like. That irritates me so bad that I can't get I gotta see if I can find something that can dig in there. I don't like to waste. But anyway, taking the caps off. Okay, that doesn't smell like super bold, but this one is like, it's almost like smelling salt. It's about to knock you down. It's like, whew, it's bold. I like it. So I gotta say, this one's my favorite, even though I said I couldn't pick one. I was just reminded, just the only thing that sucks is like, if you're traveling, it's just kind of a weirdly shaped thing, as opposed to something that's kind of more compact and rectangular. Anyway, I can literally like, just like, no, there's been moments where I literally was just pouring mustard in my mouth. Like, I can just eat it plain now. Never ever thought that I would be a mustard fanatic. But I love it. It's so good.